second series of the BBC's Ghosts ran from the 21st of September to the 26th of October 2020 and saw the return of the entire cast, including Charlotte Ritchie, Kiel Smith-Bino, Lolly Adefope, Katie Wicks, and the entire cast of Them There, as I mentioned before, the Horrible Histories troupe. The second series would also pivot a tiny bit. While the first series was mainly about Alison and Mike getting used to the house and also trying to turn it into a bed and breakfast or a fully functioning hotel, the second series sees them having to put those plans on hold due to lack of capital, but they decide instead to try and rent it out for weddings, with varying degrees of success, mostly thanks to the ghost. The second series would see them encounter ghost hunters who, upon seeing photographs of Button House on a website for wedding planners, also seems to show Martha Howe Douglas's character of Lady Stephanie in them, in a kind of ghostly appearance. So they try and offer ghost tours around Button House, only for them to somehow have to fake the ghostly encounters when it appears the ghosts aren't willing to play ball. Other adventures would involve them trying to put together the events of a drunken night, where things end up getting displaced and they have to get things tidy for the wedding planners. And them having to get the garden of Button House kind of up to standards before the wedding planners arrive, and the captain revealing in the process that the back garden is where he ended up burying a set of limpet mines as well as blueprints for them during World War II. Matthew Bainton's character revealing the events of his death, that how he was originally in a duel for a girl he believed had rejected him, but ended up being shot because his brother kind of manipulated events to end up with her. Mike having to effectively defend Mike and the ghost having to defend Button House from a set of pair of burglars, and the first wedding that they end up holding at Button House during a blizzard. Overall, these are madcap episodes, but they keep up the fun from Series 1. I think out of all of them, possibly my favourite, I don't know, it's tough to decide, but I think I'm a little bit in mind of Episode 3, Reading Weddy. Or as, that's the way that Mike refers to it, Wedding Ready. He, after finding out from their new wedding planner that they have to kind of get the garden up to scratch before they'll be allowed to hold weddings there, they end up trying to clear the garden, but obviously the captain's reluctant because he knows there's something buried down there that could be explosive. While Alison assumed it just means scandalous, is actually explosive, given that he buried a set of limpet mines during World War II. We also get to learn a bit more about the captain's backstory, about how he became a ghost, or at least some of the backstory before he became a ghost. I mean, while in the first series the kind of big reveal episode was Jim Howick's character of Pat Butcher, that he ultimately being shot in the neck with an arrow during archery practice. As I said, this particular series, while they do give time for everyone else, the kind of big reveal episode is Matthew Bainton's character of Thomas Thorne, ultimately showing how he was manipulated by his brother. But once again, I think this is a really fun series, and honestly, I feel I could probably binge this whole series just this year alone. I do remember when this is on TV, and still, it's a whole lot of fun. Having had a little bit of time to think about it, possibly, I think my favourite character at this point is Simon Farnaby's Julian Fawcett MP, maybe because he's just so outrageous. But every one of the characters is fun, and I do think this is still a fun series. So I hope to keep going with it, but that's my quick little thoughts on Series 2 of Ghosts. Can't wait to see what happens in Series 3 when I get to it. Anyway, till then, see ya.